Good morning everyone, and welcome back to my channel, or hello if you're new here. For today's video, I want to share with you guys my first impression of the full lineup of the Hobonichi Techo for 2026. It is early Swedish morning here, and I'm super excited. And like probably many of you, I have watched every day of the preview stage, is what they're calling this year, which is basically like the everyday reveal from Hobonichi. And a little bit of background about myself is usually I see the full lineup at the reveal event when I lived in Japan in Kyoto. I didn't live in Kyoto, but I would go to Kyoto on this day to go see the full lineup reveal. This is the first time since I moved away to experience it online. Like probably the majority of people who use Hobonichi, you would see it online. But I thought it'd be fun to kind of share a little bit of insight, like what I'm going to be looking for as someone who usually sees it first. Like I hold them in my hand and like see them in natural light and things like that. So yeah, I don't know, maybe that's interesting or not interesting, but yeah, I'm so excited to see the full lineup, and even this little like thumbnail or like yeah, this little yeah, preview of the full lineup is already really exciting to me. So yeah, no, I think this will be a long chatty video. I don't know if you just want to listen along while you're doing something, or yeah, I mean, I will be showing you my screen, but there's, you know, obviously if you're interested as well, you probably know which cover I'm going to be talking about as I describe it, but I'll try my best because yeah, I don't know. Anyways, I'm just so excited. So let's see. Okay, so first we have the original slash planner, which is the A6 size. I usually don't go for an A6 cover, or hadn't been planning to go for one, but I love the colors this year. Usually it's when you go to the Tobichi store in Kyoto, it's I want to say one of the first things, not that you see, because when you walk in, it's usually kind of like the collaboration, not collaboration editions, but it's usually the kind of like One Piece or something. It's really big right in the front, and it's usually like on the side, but they usually have like, it's kind of grand because it has all the colors. I never go for the color series, but I think the colors this year are really nice. If you've never seen this kind of color series, I'll just click on it really quick. It's really fun when you put a clear cover on it, which is like the plastic cover. And usually when you go to the store, they always have the new clear cover, or like what they're trying to promote, I guess, on the covers. And it's really fun because you can, I don't know, it kind of sells the color series more when you see all the colors with different kind of like this photo, you see all the clear covers on different colors, and you're like, oh wow, that's, it like really pops more than what I see here on this thumbnail. Like I would just probably have skip this if I just seeing it at home. Like now, I don't know if it would have such an impact on me, but in person, usually it's like more impactful, especially with the clear cover. And yeah, no, I think they're really nice, and they actually have last year's covers as well, color covers as well. At least I think these are the older ones. These are the new ones. Okay, so it's here on the website. It says 2026 new. So maybe these were. Oh yeah, no, here these were the new colors. So anyways, they seem to be mixing this 2025 and 2026. No, like many of you, I probably have already seen. I don't need to click on these 2026 ones that were in the preview stage. But what is different is this Virginia Lee Burton little house. This was not shown in the preview stage. And like one thing for me, like I said, I don't really go for the A6 size, but I'm always curious to see what designs they pick for, because I think it's the most popular size. I mean, I have not based that off of like sales history or anything like that, but I do think the A6 size is one of their more popular sizes. So I kind of want to see like the appeal, or what, like if this will appeal, like how appealing it is for myself and others, or like who would it appeal to basically. And you know, I always like to look at all the photos, because for me, whenever I look for a cover, since I do have A6 size covers, it's all about the material for me. And you know, like just kind of like the color covers, these some covers have this kind of I don't know if the word is polyester, but yeah, polyester. So it has like kind of like a plasticky outside, but then usually the print is usually quite nice. So yeah, interesting. I've never seen that one before. I don't know who that is, but maybe like people know like of this person. And then yeah, Juji Ito here, and then next is this one, Yuichi you know it, Hanafar. What is? Oh, he's a calligrapher. Oh my goodness. Okay, this is nice. This is interesting to me, especially because it's made from one of my more preferred material, which is cotton. My first Hobonichi was made of cotton, and I always thought like, oh, I'm never getting anything polyester because cotton has such a nice feel to it. And like, yeah, some of my favorite covers I have are just like the fabric is cotton, and you know, maybe that doesn't matter so much, but when you see it in person, it has a nice feel when you pick it up, because it doesn't have that kind of like, again, the polyester feel, which is not bad, but just when you see it in person, it's a bit more matte, so in the light it kind of is less shiny and it kind of captures the light, or at least in the Kyoto store. I would probably have gravitated to this one immediately. I really, really like it. And I didn't know, they didn't reveal this in the stage, and I do like that they collaborated with a calligrapher, and calligraphy is super nice. This is nice. Okay, I won't stay too long on this. Okay, so Mother, and then some of the new ones here. Here, shirt fabric. I never gravitate towards any of the shirt fabric ones, but it's like reoccurring, not design in the sense that like this is the same one as last year, but it is a kind of like reoccurring, what's the word, just like kind of like Liberty Fabrics. It comes back every year just in a different pattern, but this one is new. Makoto Matsubayashi, Silver Flowers, printmaker and artist. This is nice. It kind of, I almost thought slightly like Marimeko. I don't know. Is that something that people are familiar with? Anyways, it's like a print. Anyways, yes, this is nice. What material is this? PU leather. Yeah, no, probably for like why I keep bringing about like the fabric. Especially for covers, I will look at the material. This probably would have caught my eye in the Tabichi store in Kyoto, just because it would probably shine, and it kind of stands out compared to some of the more other, like, because it's so solid of a color. I would probably look at it for sure in person. It doesn't speak to me as my favorite out of all these, but no, I'm interested to see what if they make different versions of it for different sizes. Liberty Fabrics here. It wasn't revealed, but they showed the pouch, so I knew what the design looked like. Very sweet this year. I mean, they're all very beautiful. I do recommend that if you do like Liberty Fabrics, or you like the pattern and you're unsure what it feels like, I think Liberty Fabrics has one of the nicest, softest feeling fabric or cover fabrics in both techo, like A6 techo sizes and weeks as well. Like, if I was more into this pattern or like into Liberty Fabric patterns, I would definitely get it just because of how nice it feels when I hold the, like, especially the weeks. It's like, because I'm mainly in the weeks, I like to pick up them all. So I think Liberty Fabrics has one of the nicest, like, feeling covers. I mean, like, cotton is nice, and like polyester is, you know, polyester, but the Liberty Fabrics, just if I closed my eyes and touched it, I'd be like, this one is so nice, and it just feels so, I don't want to say luxurious, because I mean, it is expensive, but yeah, no, it just has a really nice feel to it, and I always get kind of tempted by it, I guess, because of how soft it feels, and not like soft as in bendy, but just like the fabric's just beautiful. So I always get tempted about Liberty Fabrics, but I never have one. Anyways, let's see here. Oh, it's not a pouch, it's a cover. Okay, interesting. Should I click on it? Oh, this letter one is kind of nice. If you can't see it, it is this letter A6 original size envelope style cover with string and button closure, titled Letter. I'm so tired. This is nice. Aesthetically, it's very nice. I can't imagine it's all leather though. Oh yeah, so it's a PU leather, acrylic, polyester, cow leather. Okay, so it's kind of like a mix of all the materials. I would have definitely picked this one up if I saw it in person in Kyoto. It has that kind of impact, the kind of more mature side of the release. You know, I think Hobonichi, for me, I like that Hobonichi has such a wide range. Like, there's so much, like, things that people like about Japanese culture, or I would imagine, you know, like, characters and anime and things like that, but they also have a kind of a mature, not a mature, because everything is, I feel bad for saying that this is more mature, but I hope you understand. I'm maybe a bit tired, but it has a very more, like, I don't want to say clean, or maybe more business is what I was saying, not clean. Everything looks clean, but it has a more business-like or professional look to it, and I tend to pick them up, not because, usually they're more on the more expensive side, but I just like what they pick for it, basically, since, yeah, again, I think, like this one, I'm still on it if you're wondering, if you're still listening, you know, it's a cover for an A6 notebook or planner or journal, whatever you're going to use it for, that I don't really see other brands do, or at least for me, like, living in Japan, like, when you look at other A6 covers from other brands, like, it doesn't look like this necessarily. So I think it's quite unique. So I would have definitely looked at it. They have two new colors, mustard and what is this, purple. They had red and all this stuff. Yeah, I would be tempted by the Turagen, but when it was released last year, I actually asked to see the zipper, since yeah, I wanted to just double check, and I just didn't like the zipper. I don't say quality, that's not the right word. I just don't like a zipper that's kind of toothy, or how I would describe toothy. I like a very smooth or small zipper, so I just didn't like that. Anyways, that's irrelevant, but I think they're beautiful. I think this mustard color is really nice, and I think purple is really nice, and yeah, it's so fun. This is so fun. I think this one, this Nothing to Hide orange one, I don't think I would ever get it, but you know, it's just, there's something for everybody, and I think even watching the preview stage, and you kind of go online and you read people's like thoughts and stuff, everyone's excited about something, and you know, even if it doesn't speak to you, it's like somebody else is like super happy and giddy and just like, oh my god, I can't believe this is what it is, and stuff like that, and I'm just like enjoying their reaction. I think that's fun. These are the kind of more expensive leather ones. This one is interesting to me. Okay, it's Okay, has that texture on top. This is the full leather one. I don't go for the arts and science series or versions of covers, but they're absolutely well made, like beautifully well made. I do like to pick them up when I'm in the store just because I know I wouldn't be able to not afford them, but just, they're a bit pricey. I mean, here, I don't know. I'm not so sure it crowns to yen to dollar, or maybe I should have changed the pricing to yen or dollar. I'm not sure. But yeah, this is, I can tell it's pricey, so yeah, I don't really go for them. But people who do get them, like, oh, I'm almost like a little bit jealous because I think they're so gorgeous. Here is the Mina Perhonen ones, same from last year. I usually the pieces in Kyoto, they usually don't have all the pieces in person. Or at least when I've been going, they've been having photos of the last time, was it last year or the year before? Last time I distinctly remember, like, oh, there was one I really liked, but they only had it in the A6 size, and they had just had a photo of the weeks in A5 size, or the cousin size. So I was a little bit bummed out that the Tobichi Kyoto store didn't have all of them in person, just because I like to look at them. And what's actually interesting is in the Tobichi store in Kyoto, it's on the 5th floor, so you can take an elevator, walk up. But if you do walk up, you will pass by actual Mina Perhonen stores. Like, they have stores, Mina Perhonen, like stores for clothing, and then one like textiles and like little goods and tote bags and stuff like that. So the actual store that they sell these goods are like all there, but it's kind of funny to me that sometimes they don't always have all the pieces on display, even though the store is right there, I guess. I don't know, but I'm sure they prioritize the main reveal event in Tokyo in that one, because I think it's bigger. I've never been to the one in Tokyo, just the one in Kyoto. So usually the one, I've seen like people who go to the reveal event in Tokyo, they usually get the special collaboration. So that's like, usually that would be like the Doraemon, that would be Pickles the Frog this year. What else is there? The F1 series. I don't know if they're gonna do it this year, but usually the kind of special ones, the Kyoto one doesn't have in person. But anyways, I feel like I'm going so slow. Okay, so One Piece here. We saw these in the preview stage, so I won't click on those. And then here are the versions of the Techo. Okay, A5 size. I'm gonna go, or the cousin size. I'm gonna go through them a bit quicker because there's probably like a 1% chance I'm gonna get a cousin size cover, but it's nice again. Oh, they didn't change this little house cover for the A5 size. I do tend to look, especially on this kind of like these kind of 3 polyester covers, kind of like the color covers, but usually I find that the detail of the printing looks a bit sharper on the smaller cover, so on the A6 size. If they're the same exact image but slightly enlarged, like, like for the little house, you're gonna, like, when you see it in person, you see the A6 size and the A5 size right next to each other. Usually I find that the detail's a bit more sharper on the A6 size, but it completely depends on the item. But sometimes I feel like sometimes when they scale it larger, it's like, I don't know if that's as sharp as it looks to the one right next to it, which is slightly smaller. But maybe it's like my eyes tricking me, I don't know. But that's something I do see when I see them in person. And one thing you do get when you go see in person is sorry, I'm so tired. You can actually see this year's or 2025 lineup. They don't put it out on display with the 2026 items, but you can bring those items over if they have extras, which they probably still do sell at the store, and you can bring them over to compare the colors. So like sometimes like these colors, you're like, oh, this sweet cacao pink one, how similar is it to candy floss, which I'm assuming was this year's release, since it doesn't say it's new for 2026. You know, like you can bring it over and look and compare the colors. And I know a lot of times online there are some videos where people compare different colors because it looks so different in different lights and stuff like that. But not this one. I do recommend like clicking on photos and seeing it like with different clear cover on covers, because I think majority of people would buy one that accompanies it. And I don't know, just kind of gives a different vibe. And again, like when you go to the reveal event, usually there's they display the clear covers on top, clear cover on covers on top of the covers. It just has a different impact, I think. So like, yeah, I would have just kind of skipped through all this, but I think it just has it looks different, I think, in person than seeing it just scrolling by, because I think I would have, yeah, kept scrolling by. Okay, so this one, this is this one, the calligraphy series is really, really interesting. I like that it's kind of not a continuation, but it's because it's not the same artist, of course. Yes, it's kind of like this kind of pine forest from the Tokyo National Museum collaboration they did in the spring of this year. Or last year, I'm not sure. Was it last year or is it this year? I'm not sure. Anyways, it's kind of on a similar vein of it, you know, kind of, I don't want to say artistry, because, well, it is artistry, but it's not like paintings. Well, I don't know. I don't know what people consider calligraphy. But it's like a writing art. Anyways, I think it's super fun. Super excited to see it. I think people will respond well to it. I don't know, like, I'd be curious to see how popular it would be at, like, to the Japanese market. Because usually on the the sale day, September 1st, I usually go to Loft and I put my order in online while I'm at Loft. Because I want the freebie, so I basically, anything that I get a freebie for, which is like weeks, like a techo if I do buy one, or Hobonichi Hon or something like that, I will buy it from the Hobonichi store, and then I'll buy accessories and things like that from Loft, because I usually will save up like a discount, like a 10% off discount at Loft. So it would, when they sold the covers, things separately, and accessories separately, I would, yeah, try to buy them from Loft to get a little bit of discount. I don't know if people do tax-free for Hobonichi. It hasn't been available for me, but anyways, I'm so sorry. I'm just rambling. Okay. I'm very interested in the covers that I haven't seen in the preview event, because the preview event I thought had really good photos of everything, so I clicked on very clearly to see what it looks like in the different materials. Yeah, I usually don't go for this. I thought the botany series was very fun. This Tolite one, or Tulite, I'm not sure how to pronounce that. Okay, and then these are different covers, and then the piece here. So no Unsoro this year, so this kind of artist series. Yeah, I wonder what my partner will think, because he has Hobonichi Hon from the Unsoro series. He liked it a lot, and I think he would want to continue that if there was not something better this year. Yeah, again, I don't use the cousin, so I have no real, I'm not really super invested in clicking through them, but, yeah, no, this is nice. The books. Okay, Hobonichi Hon. So I'm actually considering a Hobonichi Hon this year, or an A6 original planner, and a weeks, but I haven't decided yet since I haven't seen the full weeks. But this, they shown, yeah, this is normal. This one, did I see this one in the cover? No, they didn't have this in a cover, I don't think. This is probably very anticipated. this, sorry, my voice is, I'm like just resting my face on my hand, so my voice gets all funny. Okay, so there is a Hiroko Kubota collaboration, but it's very limited this year. Okay, so people, I feel like maybe people will be disappointed that it's only a hon, but people have been also waiting for Hobonichi hon as well, like versions. ASIC, yeah. This is nice. I do highly recommend people look at the photos up close, and any photos where you can see the texture. Like this one for me looks like it's a matte cover, so it's not shiny. So why that matters to me is I usually put a clear cover on it, which makes it like if it's a glossy finish or like a fabric finish, you know, it has an impact on like if that plastic sticks to it. So if it's like glossy, I try to avoid it, but I mean I have covers, I have like wigs and stuff with a glossy finish, but this kind of matte finish is super nice in the hand. And I haven't got to the wigs yet, but usually there's always a Hobonichi that like catches me off guard, because when you see it, like you see glossy wigs and glossy covers, like glossy hone next to it, and then you see this very nice matte, like this kind of texture. I don't know how to describe it. It's like, it's more like book-like, I guess. I don't know. But this texture, if you look at photos closely, it has a nice appeal to it. It's very more book-like than some of the, again, more shinier versions. Okay, so this, I want to see this in weeks, but I'll click on it later. But the bow and tie galloping horses, I want to see close up, and then in the forest. Ah, this is cute. This one will be popular, I think. It's cute. It kind of reminds me of the camp cover a few years back. Very cute. I think it'll be popular. Anyways, let's see. I will skip over a little bit since we've seen a little bit before, and I've been chatting. I think it says here 29 minutes. Okay, so next, yeah, so they don't change much between the Hobonichi hon sizes. Okay, weeks. This is where I get excited. I have 2 weeks this year. None from the color series, but I thought this antique green was really nice. I think it'll be popular. And this like pink is always popular, and this purple is always popular. They never sell out in that sense. Like I don't think people, you don't need to panic about these selling out. Here, and then this Tamagotchi, and then all these ones I've seen from the preview event. Very nice reveal. Everything was super nice at the preview stage. This one I'm gonna click on. Yeah, this is so nice. The back is nice. And it is that texture, like I said. It's I mean, I know it's like I say like I'm gonna put a plastic cover on top to kind of ruin this feeling of it, but again, I like that it won't stick to the plastic, and I think it looks nice. I like the feel of it, and I like this. This is interesting. I like the spine. I don't know if the spine is supposed to represent a pencil, like reminds me of a pencil. Like one of those old pencils. It doesn't say it's supposed to represent a pencil, so I just made that up, I guess. And it comes with a pencil board. This is nice. Okay, that's nice. I'm surprised they didn't feature it. I think a calligrapher would have been a nice thing to know more about. I will have to read up on it, because again, like with Hobonichi, it's really nice to, like this one, this Kohei version 1, it was really nice that there was so much about him, and it made me like this cover so much, because it kind of reflects how much work he puts in as the artist, as well as Hobonichi. They said, like, I think they like tell you like the background is like they had like 2,000, the artist gave like 2,000 samples for them to pick from, and then they whittled it down from 2,000 to 80 to the one you see now. So like, I don't know, Hobonichi has worked so hard to work with different people, and they do like I feel like it's hard for me to decide between these covers. I don't know how many covers there are in total, and like weeks and stuff there are in total, but for me to make a selection from here, I can't imagine having like a 2000 of just one artist. Like, could you imagine your favorite artist or your favorite collaborator, like Moomin, for example? Maybe that's popular this year. Could you imagine like having to go through every Moomin illustration from all the books and picking one or whittling it down to one or two? That would be so much fun, but also so daunting. So I'm happy Hobonichi does it for me, because I'm already have a tough time deciding what I want from these beautiful covers. I can't imagine like, this one is different too. Yeah. Anyways, I digress. Okay, this one. What is this? So I wish I could have knew more printmaker artists. I think I read that already. Okay, so it has a glossy finish. I would have definitely picked this one up in person, though, because it has an impact to it, like, compared to other versions. I would probably put a clear cover on it, like I always say, but I would want one maybe with a design, but I don't know if this would be too distracting. Maybe I'll read a bit more about this artist and printmaker. I do love that Hobonichi like works with so many different like artistries, like art styles, like fabric makers, painters, pastels. Anyways, okay, so these new ones are very surprising. But I guess but that's also how it's always. I think when you see the preview stage and you see one at a time, you really can think about it. And when you see them all here, they kind of stand out because they're so different than what we've seen. Like the Liberty Fabric one here we haven't seen it. The foggy. I was thinking froggy plaid, but it's foggy plaid. Smooth. Oh, here. Let's see. This is nice. I actually think the photographs look better here than they did for the pouches, because that's how they showed this pattern before in the pouches version. I do like the bow and tie series. I have used it for 1 year. Sometimes the photographs a bit more brown, and sometimes the photographs are slightly more beige. It looks quite brown in some of these photos, which is fine. I was hoping for like a lighter feel to it. This is one that I would want to see. I think it might be in a video, if they made a video regarding it. It might be one I would like to see someone hold it in their hand, just because is it dark as it appears, because it's quite brown, like in person, and like this photograph, it's a bit more beige. This one's a bit, contrasting with the white as well. But I'm happy to see different versions of it, but I mean, obviously it's brown. Why keep talking about brown and beige? Yeah, I wish the background, I think, when I saw the pouch was, brown horse on brown. It may not stand out, but I'm curious about this year's Zodiac, the horse one. It's my year, if that gives away my age, but and yeah, if you know about the Zodiac, yeah, so the horse is my year, so I'm really excited. I'm really tempted, just in general, because it's the year of the horse. And this is the In the Forest one. Yeah, again, very cute. I love the kind of pop of color. It's very sweet. Yeah, and the ice cream. Have we seen ice cream? This is cute. This will be popular. I see this one very popular in Japan, like having a lot of appeal. Yeah. Sometimes I think like I feel like I know what will be popular for Japanese audience, and then some I can see. And this one is strange. Look at this one. Smooth melon sorbet weeks. So I don't go for the smooth series because they don't lay flat, or they don't lay flat right away. And I don't like the feel of it. It has a very different feel. I don't know. I mean, feeling the cover is not super important, but I do think like when you see them side by side with every other week's, it kind of it doesn't feel the nicest out of the other ones. The other ones this year are wine brown and snow blue. That's nice. A lot of blue. Paper series. Paper series are nice. Another blue one. And sky misses and Cosmo blue. There's a lot of blue this year, and even like this little Tamagotchi and the little house is also blue. And a lot of blue this year. That's kind of nice. That's kind of sweet. And then here are the megas. I'm not gonna go for a mega this year, but usually they have nice designs. Okay, so they have the bow and tie. Okay, week's cover. I usually don't get a week's cover, but they seem to have new ones. Amarone? What is Amarone? Week's cover only. Oh, cute. Oh, it's a kind of a continuation of the version that they had last year or the year before. Okay, so the Notte is here. Okay. I didn't go for those. I don't usually, like I said, I don't usually cover my weeks in a cover like this. Taut, light blue, and gray. This is new. This is interesting to me. Hobonichi haven't released this taut line in the week size, to my knowledge. I know they have it for A5 and A6 sizes, but not for weeks, or have not seen it in weeks. I would have picked this one up in person. The leather covers are usually kind of placed similarly in the Tobichi store in Kyoto, so you can kind of not compare the leather, but it's kind of a more, I don't want to say quieter zone, because like you start with like maybe probably one pieces in the front, maybe Moomin, and there's all these big very whimsical, colorful decoration, and then on the back side is usually these leather covers, so it's a bit more, I want to say professional side, but yeah, no, and the taut ones feel very soft leather, like it's a very nice leather. I'm always tempted, but usually again, I'm not sure how much this is in yen, but usually it's on the more expensive side, but this is something new for Hobonichi. For the taut series, if you ever get a chance to feel one. They have really, really nice feel in the hand. It feels expensive, and it's leather. Day free, let's see, same, I think. And then, yeah, so these BS Light covers. Usually when you go to the reveal event, they usually don't display these so prominently, so I don't know how well they do, like, sales-wise. But they're made from the same material as the Colors series, but they're just thinner. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, again, I don't know if maybe they do promote this with clear covers. No, they don't even put the clear cover on covers, like the decorative or like the illustrated ones on top. I wouldn't know how it fit, but yeah, no, it doesn't have much else to it, or I don't know what they're gonna do with this specific cover series that they've designed for that. Okay, so here, this one they showed in one of the, oh, this is cute. This is new. Little boat. Cute, the giraffe. There, cute, quiet landscape. Beautiful world. View, sorry, beautiful view. And this is cute. Very cute. Yeah, no, this is nice. It seems like a very affordable 5-year cover. Because the leather ones are always a bit more pricier. But then here's the Moomin one, and then the large 5-year, and then this one. And they still have the same ones, yeah. They usually don't make so many different versions of the 5-year Techo covers. So last year was kind of big to have this kind of pocket one and like different versions of it. And they came out with the new 5-year Techo set. Yeah, no, that's nice. I think people gravitate towards this. Yeah. Okay, so they are selling as well. 2025 edition Techos. Okay, and then what they usually do here, what they usually do as well is they display some of, in the live event, they usually display some of the accessories, not all of them. Usually anything like the Tamagotchi thing, they will display next to it, next to the covers. And it's really fun. It's super, like, I'm sure this, like, part of the review event is super colorful and fun. Okay, so here is where it gets slightly different. There is the postcard set handkerchief from the artist and layering stickers. That's new. This is what I'm interested in, these clear covers. Hobonichi usually releases a clear cover every year with a design on it. Not specific to the year, but usually if you like a design, it won't come back unless they don't sell out. So this one is nice. I think it looks beautiful on this blue. A very good way to display it and seeing it on different covers. Yeah, this is nice. It's a very, I want to say romantic. I don't know if that's the right word. It's part of this series. So the little stickers and sticky notes are here as well. That's nice. It's less like bright as than like the Tamagotchi stuff as well. So that's nice. And it's nice because they usually scatter these covers on different books throughout the event. And yeah, I always pick up one because once they're gone. And they have the staple covers. Oh, and this is nice as well. This will be kind of popular, I think. And let's see. I don't know what accessories I will get this year. Because if I order, I obviously want to maximize the order and put everything I want into it. I can't just like go to Loft to pick. I was so spoiled, so I don't say much more. But yeah, no, it's nice. I really liked Hobonichi's video of the Tsukinoiro like accessories. I think they did a really nice job. As a fan of Hobonichi, I view very positively these accessories. I think they'll be popular. Drawer pouches, did we not see them? Only they showed most of them, I think, at the previous stage. So I won't go through them. This video is already too long. I don't even know if I would want to hear myself talk for 45 minutes. No, this is super exciting. I am super excited. I think people will really like some of these items. I can't wait to see what people say online. And I usually like to go to Loft on the first day because I mean, it's a bit hectic, but it's not hectic because it's usually on a work day or September 1st this year. I don't know when September 1st is, what day of the week it is. But usually it's like not super crowded because people are working, but you kind of see what sells out first. Like Paddington, my goodness, everyone grabbed everything Paddington when it was released. I wasn't going for it, but you just kind of like not sit. I like watch what people gravitate towards. When One Piece's first year came out, it was so intense because I think One Piece, I mean, obviously it's huge, like legendary status in Japan, and I think even if you're not into Hobonichi, if you like One Piece, you were there to go pick it up because it would sell out and it would sold out, at least in the beginning or kind of the first initial launch of it. Super popular because yeah, if you like the anime, if you like the reading manga, you know, if you like the design, the artist, you know, my goodness, it had so much appeal. I wonder what will sell out this year out of the A6 covers. Moomin is exciting because yeah, before they always had a collaboration with Moomin, but you'd have to order it from the Moomin store. But now they actually have it released with their main lineup, so you don't have to go through that to acquire something Moomin. And maybe one more, this cover, Iyo Okumi cover. I wonder if this will be popular. I was thinking when it was released on the preview stage, a couple years ago, the embroidered cam cover was also embroidered and it was super popular. And sometimes I see it go on sale, like resell, people sell it secondhand, and it always sells out super quickly for a super high price. So I wonder if this embroidery is reminiscent to many of the camp cover. Maybe I'll put a photo of it on the screen so if you don't know what I'm talking about. But yeah, there's an embroidered cover this year from Hobonichi, or for 2026 this year, and I wonder if it will be sought after as that one is after the fact because of the embroidery. The embroidered covers are super nice usually. Yeah, it's really nice. I didn't, yeah. I'm not gonna go for it. I actually do have the embroidered camp cover in the A6 size. I think it only came in A6. But yeah, seeing people resell it or like sell theirs secondhand, it always goes quickly. Surprises me. So I wonder if this will have the same impact. I think the Toragens will be popular. And then obviously the Mina Pronin Peaceful usually sells out immediately. Or not immediately, but usually sells out. One Piece. Nice designs this year. But I don't go for it. I think this Yumi Kitagishi ones have always been popular. I think people want the other one though, or people like the other one more or the same. This one, the Hiroko Kubota series, Waiting on the Court. I think this one will be quite popular. It's very nice. I was thinking about getting a Hon this year actually, so I guess these are my choices. But I'm not sure. I have the Slash Navy. And I bought the Black Gingham, but that year I didn't use it very well. Okay, sorry. I'm just wasting everyone's time now. Yeah, thank you guys so much if you sat through and listened to my thoughts. Hopefully I said something interesting in the last 50-ish minutes. And I hope you guys all enjoy this full lineup reveal and enjoy it at your own pace as well, because I think it's nice that they release it early so you can think about it. Because I mean, there's a lot to think about and look at and kind of plan, and it's just exciting time, and I'm kind of curious to see what I will pick, because actually I'm not set this year on what I want. It's just different for me this year, I think. Yeah, I love Hobonichi, so this is great. Anyways, I think I'm gonna have a lie down and relax and think about some of these covers and look at it more closely. Yeah, I highly recommend look at the material. Look at how some covers they say like Hobonichi will recommend not putting clear covers on it if that's important that you protect it with a clear cover. It says it on the website here at the bottom, so like I don't know, this one probably doesn't have it, so it's probably okay. Here, user recommendations, or please read before you buy. Colors may vary slightly. Patterns vary by product. So yeah, anyways. I highly recommend you reading this if you since you can't feel it in person, maybe you're like, would this work with this? And yeah, no, yeah, pay attention to material. See, yeah, I really like the videos where they compared like the covers in different in the light in the preview stage. Also important. Leather covers usually, some are kind of bumpy, like textured, and some are very smooth. So that's something I would also look forward if you are into the leather series. Like the top one is usually shiny and very smooth leather. Well, I think this like water green one, yeah, it has like a textured cover. It's a bit more matte. It's a bit more. It's not bumpy by any means, but they just have a different wear. It'll wear differently, basically. Yeah, that's just small things. Anyways, I think I'll end it here. I hope you guys all are having a great time looking through it and curious to see what everyone's thoughts are as well. So I hope you enjoyed listening, if not watching. I showed what I could, and I tried to, hopefully I said the name if I didn't forget, so you know which one I'm talking about. But yeah, I hope you guys are all doing well, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!